Hello friends, SentinalH here, and welcome back to our Civilization 6 Let's Play as Norway. What we've done so far is we have completely settled our starting island. We have discovered 2 city-states now on this little island, which may or may not connect. It probably connects over here, but it may not actually connect to this mainland, which has Germany on it. Who already appear to have a shipyard. I'm a little behind on that. This boat has discovered a little tribal village down here. This is a very large stretch of land, which who knows how large this actually is. We've landed 1 scout on it. The other scout is over here. He's going to scout this area out. I'd like to send some more dudes down there. We've got a couple of warriors. There's one of the dudes. Send him down here. Get this guy into our territory as well. We're going to be able to upgrade these guys into swordsmen once we connect this iron. So I was sending a builder over there. You know, he's probably going to get there fastest if he goes through the water. Yeah, see. So we're going to hopefully get a city over here pretty soon. I earmarked this as a possible location just because it's got some good stuff, but I don't know if I'll be able to put a harbor here. I probably can. My scout couldn't go up the cliff, but if I put a harbor there, they'll be able to do that. But we may not want to put it right here. We have to see what's around. Anyway, let's choose a research. I don't care about horse riding. I mean, we're gonna need it so that we can get, you know, gunpowder and stuff, but I don't care about it at all. So let's not even do it. Well, we have to do it for construction as well. So yeah, we got to get horsebacks. Horseback riding is only going to take 1 turn. I sold my horses. I got 1 horse. I sold it to Germany for a bunch of money, which was the right thing to do because we weren't using it. So why not sell it, right? Okay. So here in Stavanger, we have our holy site. No, we have a campus. Never mind. And since we have such little science, I would like to build a library. The question is monument or library. Do I want to spend a gold? I kind of do. We need more science. Let's skip that forward. Here's Scythian Scout. There's a German galley. So, I mean, there's definitely dudes around us. Scythia is...
A man on a horse is spiritually as well as physically bigger. A man on a horse is spiritually...
People who cannot find time for recreation are sooner or later to find time for illness.
Okay, so there we go. We've got a bunch of stuff that just happened. If we go into our government, which is an oligarchy, we unlocked Insulae, which we don't need. I reduced tile costs so I could buy that horse tile, so I could get it upgraded so it can produce the food and production. But now we don't really need it, and it would be better if I swapped it for... We already have settlers. If I swapped it for caravansaries, gold from trade routes. So we get some extra gold now, which is good. I want to connect these luxuries up. That's something that I really want to do. So maybe I should have just bought one of these, but they're a bit more expensive. So we're still good on amenities. They're not in the negative yet. So apprenticeship. I definitely want apprenticeship. It's boosted because we've built 3 mines, which is great. If I get mathematics, I get +1 movement for naval units. I don't need Petra, obviously. I would like to get the Colossus, though. +3 gold, +2 trade route capacity. That's going to be awesome. I really want it. Engineering we're going to need. I have to build ancient walls to boost it, so I'll build them in one of my cities. So let's go ahead and get... Construction doesn't do anything for us at the moment. We just got the games, so that's what it boosts, and it's not going to help us out. So I feel like we get the industrial zone, and we improve the mines. So let's get apprenticeship. Let's over here in Nidaros, which just finished its harbor, we have a couple of options. If I want the Colossus, I could start it now. It would take 12 turns. That gold trade route capacity is very appealing. I would, however, like the Great Lighthouse. The Great Lighthouse and the Colossus essentially do exactly the same thing, except for the trade route capacity. The Great Lighthouse is +1 movement for naval units. I really want that Great Lighthouse. I want it more than the Colossus for the trade route. I really want that +1 movement. Now, in order to get the Great Lighthouse, we need to build a lighthouse. So let's go ahead and build this lighthouse, and for 3 turns, and then we'll hopefully be able to build the Great Lighthouse. I really will be upset if someone steals it, but I really want to get the Great Lighthouse. It's going to be great. Now, we're not going to boost any of this stuff, probably. I'm never the target of a declaration of war, so I can never boost defensive tactics. I'd like to get feudalism for that gives me the farm thing when 3 farms are adjacent to each other. I doubt that's going to happen in very many of my cities anyway, just because it's a small island. I'd like to get recorded history for the Great Library. Might be a good thing for us to get, but I don't know. I've never actually found it worth it to get the Great Library. The Great Library, I feel, is worth it if you have neglected science in the early game. If you've seriously neglected your science as a strategy, you've gone wholly for something else, you can use the Great Library to boost all of the technologies so that you can catch up with your science. But I've never needed to do that. Let's just get the envoy, I think. I mean, we're going to need to do military training eventually to get mercenaries. But no, I just don't know which one's better. We can obviously just get these to where they'll be finished with a boost and then skip and go to the next one. So Nidaros is finally working this farm, which is great. So we've got 6 people in here out of 9, so we're still growing at the right rate. They're working the proper tiles, and I would like to probably now build another farm. This guy is here. We can't upgrade him because we need to connect the iron. Here's the builder that's coming over. So things are going well at the moment, I feel. Let's take the scout and go around here. We want to see what's around the back side of these mountains. It looks like just more mountains, so it's not the best situation if we wanted to put a city around there. Okay, so we found some more land over here. It might just be a single tile of wheat in the middle of nowhere, so we'll have to take a look and see what that actually is. Send this guy down here. The archer would be a good one to send to this area over here to help with the barbarians. We know there's some barbarians around the area. Okay, so it looks like that is an island. It doesn't connect to where... Oh, crap. I forgot I was going to use coastal raiding to get this village, so I've got to wait another turn. That's annoying. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Germany's exploring. Scythia is exploring. It's fine. Oh, what's that? Aleppo. Oh, that's Arabia. So Arabia's down here somewhere. If I'm gonna found a city right around here, I need to do it now. But if I don't know, if Arabia is down there, it's gonna be dicey putting one there. I mean, we're Norway. I want to sprawl out. There's a reason I called it the Norwegian sprawl. We want to build lots of cities in lots of places, and we don't care if anyone doesn't like it. But at the same time, we don't want to make enemies of everyone, because I won't be able to... Yeah, it's just a single little island of wheat in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Vilnius will eventually be able to upgrade it. Secrets of their well-organized community. Wow, they just boosted recorded history for us. That's really actually quite nice. That was something that we were never going to actually probably be able to boost. I mean, we have to build 2 campuses, which we'll eventually do. Let me just delete this map pin because we've already put the city there. Delete this holy site. I gotta keep these, like... I don't need these map pins for the ones that I've already placed down. Okay. So, what are we doing? Sarpsborg. They just built the watermill, which is great. Now we want to build something else. The harbor would help us out by giving us +2 gold. I put it here or here. It might be more useful if I put it over here, but I really want to get that gold. The question is whether I want to build that or whether I need to build a settler somewhere. So let's start getting a settler. Sarpsborg can build our settler. It doesn't really matter who does it. Obviously, Christensen would make the most sense.
Vorsichtigkeit sie gelobet. Zu helfen diesem Reich.
Oh, okay.
Hieße tanzen mit dem Tode.
So he likes that I'm not aiding city-state. So he's not friendly anymore for some reason. He went neutral on me, but he doesn't want my delegations. See, these AIs are weird. They don't want my delegation, so he's only got the one city, Magdeburg. Well, no, Magdeburg's like the 3rd or 4th city that he founds. He founds a lot of cities before he founds, like when we did it. I think they're random. Are they random or do they always go in order? If they go in order, then he's actually founded several cities. We do have open borders with him, but is that... Do I get to go through his place yet? Wow, there's another weird little... Just a single tile of wheat. There's another area over here, but it looks to be all... there's a city-state up there. It's not the best location for stuff, though, unfortunately. Where's Arabia? Now that I know Arabia's over here, it's starting to freak me out about where I want to put, like, a city. All right. Well, if I want a city in the, let's figure this out. This would be a good thing to figure out. I do want a city in this area. We've basically scouted the entire area over here, and we've seen all that there is to see at the moment. We know there's iron here, which is great. I really want it. I don't care about this copper. It would be nice to get them. There's stone there. There's stone there. There's fish and crabs. So, if I placed my city on this tile, we would be able to get the stone, the copper. We'd either get or destroy this copper. We'd get the iron. We'd get the rice. We wouldn't get the stone. And there's nothing much over here. And we wouldn't get this stone right here. If I put the city right here on this Plains Hills tile, the city would be very well defended with all these mountains. Obviously, this would be a great place for a holy site or a campus. Instead, see a lake right here. That's a lake, which is quite interesting because it means that we could get the Hueti locale. Place it right here, and it would give a nice bonus. But we'd have to have that in our area. We might put a second. If we cover this area in cities, we're probably gonna have one in range of this. The real question is whether I want to put the city here or like maybe here. If we put it here, we could get this rice and the stone and cattle. We could get this stone. We would eventually get the iron. We would get the crabs, but not the fish. We wouldn't get that rice. So I get an extra stone for the cost of a fish and a rice. It's probably not worth it. I'd probably like to get the fish and the rice. I think this copper spot here is the best place for the city. Actually, if I put it here, I do get another rice. So I'm not down a rice. 1, 2, whatever's over there. Well, we'll finish making that decision, but it's definitely going to be one of those two spots. I'm sending my warrior over here because we're going to move the warriors to... I'd love to get them upgraded to swordsman before we send them over there. But we are going to send them to this island so they can start taking out barbarians and stuff. Oh wow, another one. Can I coastal raid up the cliff? I'm pretty sure I can. We're going to wait this guy so that we can get him upgraded. Let's get on to the next turn. Scythia's scout has landed on our island. I don't like it. But what can we do? Which way do I want to take this guy? I really want to see what's over here. It's just woods. Okay. So there aren't any more resources over in this direction. Which could have been a reason to put it there as well. So I really think I want to put it here. It means we don't get either of these stones. But if we put a city over here as well, they'll get all that stuff anyway. So I'm going to put it right here. so I can get basically get the fish and the crabs. And the iron comes sooner. So we're gonna put our city here. It's gonna be well defended by these mountains. It's gonna be right on the coast again. So we can put our harbor here and gain a +2 gold. The major benefits of putting it here is that it's very well defended. If I were to stick, I can't put an encampment here because it's next to the city center. But when I put my campus here, I can't put it there because there's a copper. It would destroy it. But if I stuck an encampment somewhere in this area right here, these 2 tiles, would probably like maybe this one, it would help to block this area off and make it very difficult for Arabia, if they ever want to attack me, to actually get in here. Interesting. Isn't Aleppo that city that's that I kept hearing about? Oh yeah, we have to decide where to put the Great Lighthouse. Well, we're not working any of these tiles, so it doesn't really matter. I really want to get the Great Lighthouse. Isn't Aleppo that city in, what is it, Syria? That's like the site of all that fighting. I'm pretty sure it's Aleppo. Okay, so we need gold, and right now Christensen is the one that's providing it. So let's get the market. 4 turns. Apprenticeship will finish, and we'll get the ability to build the industrial zones. Our mines will improve, which is going to add a lot of production to everything. We should switch off of military training. I keep forgetting to do that, and we should get recorded history because it's been boosted by that tribal village. You need to come over here and connect this iron immediately, so that we'll be able to upgrade our warriors into swordsmen before we send them to the other island, so that they can be much better against the barbarians. We don't risk losing them. If I want to boost something, I should build walls. It's a technology, it must be. Yeah, engineering. But I don't want to do that here. None of my cities here are going to need walls. This city I'll build walls at, because it makes more sense. This place is going to be very well defended by the fact that it's an island that we have complete control over. So, Stavanger. What are we building in Stavanger right now? Well, it's got 0 minis. We really need to connect some luxuries other than just this mercury. I want to connect these elephants. Go ahead and build the monument. I'm not quite sure what I want you guys to do yet. So, well, we could produce a settler. Let's do that. Let's have 2 settlers going. That one will finish first, and we'll have this one finished. This settler is going to take a while to get down here. We'll have another settler, and we can scout out for more locations for another city. Probably around here somewhere. So we'll get this guy to keep scouting. And we'll probably make some more scouts as well. So I got a thing now. I want to put it in Yerevan. Confirm placement. He likes us now, Frederick Barbarossa. Remember, we don't want to put 3 in any of these, because I don't want to become the suzerain, because he won't like me if I become the suzerain. So I just want to get that extra faith in the capital bonus. I'm going to try and keep him happy for now, just because I don't want him upset for no reason. And it's not like I'm going to gain all that much from these city-states anyway. Yep, there's Yerevan. We discovered it because they sent out a galley. Got 2 galleys, actually. So let's go ahead and grab this. We got a free trader. That's awesome. So let's see. Right now, Nidaros is building a wonder, so I want to try and give it some extra production. Although, rather than doing an internal trade route for 2 extra production, we could instead... Well, let's see. What would that equal? That would equal, well, a decent chunk compared to what we've got. But I could run some trades with some other places and get myself some money. So if I trade with Yerevan... Oh, but they want a trade route. That'll probably upset Frederick if we actually trade with them. So we could trade with Vilnius, actually. It would give us 8. So we could get a lot of money by trading with Vilnius. And we don't have a lot of money. So I think that right now, although we do get +2 gold from our other trade routes anyway. So is it worth it to boost the lighthouse by, like, maybe... I don't know if 2 production is going to equal a turn down. Yeah, I really want to make sure that we get this Great Lighthouse. So I am going to move it to Nidaros and trade with one of my other cities so that we can give it some stuff. Ah, sweet. We'd be happy to let the world know we stand united as friends. So he didn't want my delegation, but he now wants to be friends with me. Excellent. So I'm now declared friends with Germany, which is fantastic. Oh, goodness. I knocked over a bottle.
We are all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a
Don't-
master.
Don't worry, it was empty, so I haven't ruined anything. We'll just, we gotta finish this episode now, so we'll just move over here. Let's see where Arabia is. We're gonna go scout that out. Let's hurry up and maybe we can get this built. Ah, darn it, he's not enough movement. Let's see, I really want to build the iron and get these guys upgraded. Ooh, what have we discovered now? Toronto. Maple Leaves. They want me to train a berserker. So we found Toronto, which is funny to me. I don't know why, but it is. Construction's been boosted, so let's get it. 2 turns. Nothing else really that I want. Cartography, we'll get it, but not, you know, not right now. It wouldn't really help us anyway. Oh, sweet. Let's go get this. You just stay there. So Nidaros, trade with Christensen, boost your. Oh, that actually did cut 1 turn off of it. It was supposed to be like 8, and now it's down to 7, which is sweet. So we'll keep exploring down around here, because I want to just see what's around. We want to map out the shape of this island. This is a huge chunk of land for this sort of a map type to have. So I'm a little surprised actually that when I chose islands, it's giving me all these big, not, you know, continent shaped things, but they are continents. So let's bring our settler down. And I mean, I could if I stuck him here, he'd gain extra housing, +3 instead of +1. But we'll send him down there. The problem is if I stick him here, we won't get this stone or this rice. So it's better, we won't get the stone if I put him here. Oh wait, I'll get 2 stone if I put him here, but then I won't get the fish or the crabs. So it's either the fish and the crabs or 2 stone instead of 1. I'll figure it out. Let's build a mine. You keep scouting. You get me that. Boosted engineering. You upgrade into a swordsman. Sweet, swordsman! And that's what I wanted to do before we end. So we've now got swordsman. We're in the medieval era. We're 6 turns from the Great Lighthouse. Nobody better steal it from me. We're friends with Germany. We've discovered... Well, we haven't technically discovered it. I don't know how. We haven't technically discovered Syria, even though we can see it. So anyway, next episode we'll make diplomatic contact with them. Should be fun. So thank you so much for watching. Join the Discord if you're interested. Like and comment the video if you enjoyed it. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.